It's Wednesday the 12th of June and we are going to look at a house today, a potential future house for us. So I thought I would just pick the camera up in case anything comes of this house viewing. Probably won't. We're going with an open mind. This has sort of come out of the blue, but yeah, I thought I'd pick my camera up and just document today in case this day is a special day. So I just thought I would update you from this morning. We went to view the house, but it wasn't right for us. It needed too much work doing for the price. And although we want a blank canvas, we don't want that much of a project, just because the price wasn't right basically. But fingers crossed there'll be something else. Saturday the 15th of June. We are going to house viewing number 2. Very excited about this one. Got a good feeling. Fingers crossed. An offer in for the house that we just viewed because it had so much potential. Me and Oliver both fell in love with it. Definitely see ourselves living there. Needs a lot of work doing to it, but nothing drastic. So yeah, we put an offer in, but unfortunately, because like a manager's not in at wards, it won't go through to the current occupant until Monday. So we've got to wait all weekend to hear back from them. I mean, our gut feeling is that they're probably gonna like reject the offer because we've gone in a little bit lower than obviously the asking price, but you know, that's what you do. If you don't ask, you don't get, and we can find out what sort of price they're looking for and yeah, go from there next week hopefully. So fingers crossed. We'll update you on Monday. It's Wednesday the 19th of June, so we just heard back from the estate agents. We put an offer in for the house on Saturday, which I think I explained, but the manager at wards wasn't actually in, and apparently because of their system, or it's their sort of protocol, they have to go through the manager all the offers. So the offer didn't go to the vendor until Monday. So it was sort of a bit of a slow process. They declined our original offer, and so we sort of tried to meet, and they came back. We did up the offer. In the end we settled for the lowest that the vendor was willing to go for, which we've confirmed today. So the house is, fingers crossed, all going to go ahead. I had a really good feeling about the house, not just like the house itself. I had an amazing feeling about. It's a detached house in the area that we want to be in, and also like in the past, things like house things have always seemed to fall into place, like around like my family's birthdays. So 6 years ago we looked at a house a couple of days before my 21st birthday, and my mum and dad ended up buying that house. I actually stumbled across the new house that we're looking at now last week on my dad's birthday. So I had a really good feeling just from the fact that like in the past, birthdays have been a really good sign for us for houses. So it kind of felt like it was meant to be that I saw this house online on my dad's birthday, and it's really weird. Like that gave me a really good strong feeling. I can't explain, but yeah, birthdays in the past have been pretty lucky for us, and it felt like this was the house that was meant to be for us. So it's very exciting. It's crazy to think that a week ago today didn't even know this house existed, and now we've put in an offer, it's been accepted. It's really, really overwhelming and very exciting, and I will explain everything in due course. So hopefully this is the start of many Project Home vlogs. So it is the 14th of July. We put our final offer in on the house about 3.5 weeks ago now. During the last 3.5 weeks, it's basically been a long waiting game, and it's going to continue to be a long waiting game for the next couple of months, because it's basically just like all in the solicitor's hands at the moment. The person who's currently living in the house that we're trying to buy, it was originally advertised as chain free, but the person who's living there is trying to buy a property. So at the moment we're just waiting for all the kind of bits to fall into place, as it is. That's very much the way it is with buying a property. But yeah, there's a lot of solicitor things, checks and all stuff like that going on at the moment, stuff that I don't really understand. So it's just a matter of waiting for all that to go through, and I think the next thing that the solicitors are doing is like a kind of check on the property. I think they do that most of the times, like check the land and area near that. That sort of thing. I think that's what they said they're doing next. So yeah, it is just a big old waiting game. It's driving me crazy because I'm the most impatient person, if you know me, and we're kind of keeping everything a little bit hush-hush from most people at the moment, because just in case something goes wrong, I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to have to tell too many people and then explain that, you know, something's not gone right along the way. So yeah, it's killing me at the moment. It's really killing me. It's everything in my mind is going back to the house. Like, it's just the only thing I can think about. So not being able to kind of talk about it to everyone is difficult, and because you don't know where you stand, and hopefully everything will be fine, but you just can't get your hopes up too much until there's been a signature at the end, or you know, the contracts have been exchanged, you get your keys. So it's just waiting at the moment. It is basically the end of August now, or it's very close to the end of August. We've got the bank holiday coming up this weekend, and the house thing seems to have come to quite a bit of a standstill. Well, I'm sure it's not, but at the moment it just feels like nothing's really progressing. I've been given an online login which allows us to just keep an eye on the progress of the solicitors and see what stage they're at and stuff like that. And I mean, nothing has happened on there since the 31st of July, and like I say, it's nearly the end of August now. We have spoken with the solicitors a couple of weeks ago, and we are almost at the stage where the contracts are being issued, but there's like a few more inquiries that they're still waiting to hear back from. Again, it's all solicitor stuff, which is a bit complicated, don't exactly know what is happening, but it just feels like nothing has progressed, which is so frustrating, because you want to be really excited, but you just are afraid that something's going to go wrong last minute. I don't know, I'm sure it's not. You know, there's just us and the other person's house that we're buying in the chain. It's literally just the two of us, so that's really good, because I mean, chains can collapse all the time. They are definitely moving out because there's been a skip outside the house that we're hoping to buy. They need to move out and we want to buy it, so that's a good sign, but it just feels like we're going nowhere at the moment. And yeah, it's really frustrating because I just want to be making so many plans. I want to be looking to buy paint, just everything. There's so much like ahead of us, and yet we can't do anything yet. So yeah, that is quite difficult for me, especially because I'm so impatient. I just want to know that we've got it, really. I mean, we're not far off of that. The contracts are the next big thing, so hopefully that will be like, I don't see it being August now. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be like September. So September is the goal, to be exchanging contracts, so hopefully it won't be long off now, but I'm feeling quite impatient at this stage. We got that contract today! Today is a good day. It is the 11th of September today, and on top of a really stressful, overwhelming week, we've had some pretty bad news today. Basically the chain that we were in, which was only 2 of us, has collapsed over the weekend for various reasons, to do with a leasehold and a solicitor. It has, yeah, basically not been good today, so we don't really know where we're at this stage, and it's pretty stressful and shit, but hopefully it'll be alright. It is the 18th of September, and about a week ago I filmed a clip where I was quite obviously quite upset, and I didn't really explain what was going on because I was pretty down in the dumps last Wednesday, because it was all looking a little bit like it wasn't going through. We'd had a phone call last Wednesday from the solicitors to sort of say that exchange was going to happen today and completion like the week after or something, and then literally like 5 minutes later we had a bombshell dropped on us that the person who's in the chain with us, person whose house we're trying to buy, their chain collapsed. So basically the property that they were trying to buy was in with like another letting person or something, and they pulled out last minute because of a leasehold disagreement. So basically it was a little bit all up in the air. Like 1 minute it was all going through, and then the next minute it was like they've got no property to go to. So yeah, it was pretty stressful last week, and it was a little bit like hit and miss, and we didn't really know what was going on. I think I've said at the beginning of this video that the house that we're trying to buy was originally listed as chain free, but it basically wasn't chain free in the end, because they are looking to buy another property, the person whose house we're after. So yes, a week later, and we have exchanged contracts today, which is so relieving after a really stressful and tense week of not knowing where we stand. And we have set a completion date for the 25th of October. So that's about 5 weeks time, I think, because basically the person whose house we're trying to buy is now buying another property, and we've basically got to wait for that to go through. So yeah, it's delayed quite a bit. It's later than I would have hoped for, end of October, but we've exchanged contracts, which should mean that everything's definitely going ahead now. And to have a date is really nice, because it's something that we can work towards and be counting down for now. So yeah, 25th of October is the goal now. So yeah, it's very strange, because it can feel like you're so close and yet you're so far, and that's how it's felt for the last couple of weeks really, because we'd got the contract and it was all exciting, and then it was all sort of going ahead, and then it wasn't, and yeah, really stressful, but very exciting now because we've exchanged contracts, which is the most important thing, and basically I don't think you can go back once you've exchanged. So yeah, and we've got a date, 25th of October. What you're doing, by the way. Today is the day we get the keys. Eee! He's got to go to work now though.
Say cheese. Did someone say cheese?
Cheese. No, keys. I said keys.
She thought you said cheese.
Yeah, you're going to work, aren't you? You've got one more job, yeah. And then you're meeting us at the house, and me and my mum are going to go pick the keys up in like half an hour. Oh my god. You're going to see us at the house, and you're coming too to your new home.
Future home. Still got to work on it.
Yeah, we're not moving in today.
No, we're not moving in this year, probably.
So yeah, I will fill you all in shortly. Here we go. Woo! We're in! We're in! Okay. Alright, it doesn't really matter. I don't look very good. We're in! And the next adventure begins.
decorating.
So yes, tomorrow we are gonna begin straight away. I'm gonna be stripping wallpaper. Leave that, Oliver.
Don't just see the wooden floor. What's that?
Yeah, I know, but if we've got to live it, if we've got to move in, we need the carpet left. And a kitchen man is coming tomorrow to like basically fit us a kitchen or like plan the kitchen kind of thing. And I did text the plasterer to say he'd come this afternoon, but I've not heard back. So he might come tomorrow just to have a look at the ceilings and stuff, because he's given us a quote over the phone. You want to go down? So yeah, it's busy to work tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the start of the renovation vlogs. Stay tuned.